The new Grinch is actual shite. I like my Grinch rated R. I'm mad because no Jim Carrey. I'm gonna tell Cindy Lou who don't watch the Grinch movie. More like the Grinch.
Hi guys, it's Debbie. So the new Grinch film came out just a few weeks ago in time for the Christmas season. The release of this film has generated hundreds of comments purely hating on this 2018 version of the Grinch and claiming that the original Jim Carrey one was the best. Further to the point that I always try to get through in all of my videos, and that is that you can watch whatever you like, that there are no rules in cinema or art in general as to what you should like and what you shouldn't like. Further to that point, there are many things I'd like to say about the Grinch after reading all of these comments. First of all, I'm sorry to let you all down, but the OG Grinch was a character created over 60 years ago. So saying that the original 2000 movie is the best makes no sense. This 2018 film is completely different. It's just a different concept. A clean, cute minion version of the Grinch. Why? Because it's aimed at preschoolers. Okay, not all preschoolers, but kids. It's aimed at children. I watched this film and it's definitely not my cup of tea, but it was kind of cute and joyful. Again, it is made for kids. There's not even any sense comparing it with the Jim Carrey one. The 2000 film was something aimed at teens and up. Small kids could definitely watch it, but they would miss out on so many things. It's a more mature storyline. They even saw more adult-oriented jokes.
Hey honey, our baby's here! He looks just like your boss.
They would totally prefer to watch a toddler Cindy Lou Who with eyes as big as saucers and a Minions-esque environment and style of animation, which is what they watch all the time now. And it sells great with them. It was like Disney for us. Speaking of Disney, another difference between the 2000 Grinch film and this new one is that the 2018 one will probably be something that will be easily forgotten. This is not because of the film in itself, but simply because kids' entertainment is oversaturated at the moment. Whereas back at the time, there was one big Disney film a year, there was one big Pixar film a year. 1994 was the Lion King year, 1995 Toy Story and Jumanji. 1996 was a big year with 101 Dalmatians, Matilda and Space Jam. While just in 2018 there was The Incredibles, Hotel Transylvania 3, Teen Titans Go, Ralph Breaks the Internet, The Nutcracker, Peter Rabbit, Sherlock Gnomes, Early Man, and we're in December and Mary Poppins still hasn't come out. And wait, Dumbo's out soon. And did you see the Lego Movie 2 trailer? And Detective Pikachu, and Boss Baby 2, Toy Story 4. So it is understandable that the 2018 Grinch film will not be as timeless as the Grinch we all used to know, just because the older films came out during a time in which the release of media was more spread out, and obviously it was for a more adult audience, whereas children tend to digest everything really quickly and just want to move on to the next thing. Obviously because they just have wider options. They don't need to wait for their birthday to get a special Disney VHS cassette. They can just turn on Netflix on their mum's phone. There are some films which work on both ends of the spectrum, so both for adult audiences and children audiences. In the Christmas related universe, I could quote Elf, which has a good adult audience worthy storyline, some cheeky quotes, but it still has Buddy talking to narwhals and getting in trouble around New York City. Imagine watching the Jim Carrey Grinch with a 4-year-old. 4. Wallow in self-pity. 4:30. Stare into the abyss. 5. Solve world hunger. 6:30. Dinner with me. Can't cancel that again. 7. Wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, if I bump the loathing to 9, I could still be done in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling and slip slowly into madness. This segment is so good for an adult audience, we all remember it, but the 4-year-old would just be laughing because adult big words, that's funny. The Grinch throwing objects at his alarm clock to make it stop singing is something that just obviously sells better with them. I know that children films sometimes have to be considered as just films. For example, WALL-E is an animated film made for children but works for any type of audience. And this happens every now and again. Even the first Toy Story or The Incredibles were projects that worked a bit like this. But in this oversaturated market, everything is just digested. I also acknowledge that this 2018 film is totally lacking the Grinch's depth as a character. But kids, again, just don't get the depth of a character. A preschooler just gets that he's grumpy, he just doesn't like Christmas, and he's going to get up to mischief. Otherwise, we would all just start showing The Dark Knight at kindergartens. Oh no, wait, children have Lego Batman for that. This being said, all of this made me want to just put up my Christmas decorations. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.